On 3. Java. I think I'm You want to switch over?
Yeah, we're.
Hello, my name is Kimberly Smith, and thank you very much for coming today. I know you guys could be home, like, hanging out in your PJs on this cold day, but I am here to give you a demonstration speech on something that I feel is a really, really neat thing to know and to learn because it's very helpful. Have you guys ever got up in the morning and wandered in and around the house, half asleep or whatever, looking for your reading glasses or looking for something, and you can't find it because you don't have maybe a little tin or a little wooden vessel to put it in, and you're looking around? Well, guess what? Today, I'm here to teach you how to make a really cool felted wool bowl, which has been around for centuries, and it's going back to our roots because when people came over on covered wagons, they didn't have a lot of supplies, but they had sheep, and a lot of them were farmers, so they had wool, and some of them made crochet hooks or knitting hooks out of wood by hand, and they could crochet loosely or knit loosely and make these great big huge bowls, and then felt them, and they had vessels to store things in, and it makes a really neat thing to store treasures in, or little buttons, or things you get off the beach, or just anything. So anyway, what I'm going to do today is go through some steps on how to make a felted wool basket. So starting off, first of all, what you're going to need is a natural fiber like wool, Angora, and bunny rabbit, or mohair, which is goat. And I really like to use dog hair because we have so many dogs. We can brush our dogs, and we always have these big bags. And I store them, and then I spin them. So you can either spin your own wool or spin your own yarn, or you can buy it. And I'm just going to give you some examples of stuff I like to use. This stuff here you can buy. It's called Karen Felt It. It's made for felting, and it's really loosely woven, so it felts real easily. So I'm going to put that there. And here's some stuff that I spun myself. This is dog hair mixed with wool.
That's funny.
Okay. And then, with these baskets, here's some dog hair. Yes, off my very own dog.
Wow.
Okay.
That's really
So I
neat.
just collect it in baskets, and then I spin it in with my wool. So, or you can just buy this handy stuff.
Wow.
And then what I do is I like to add fun and exciting things. So I will add glittery stuff, or chunky stuff, or fuzzy furry stuff. I have any here to make the basket more interesting and exciting. So I'm going to put those there. And okay, so here's one I happen to be making now. Okay, what you do is you start off with a very large crochet or knitting, whatever you prefer, hook, largest size you can find, and you start off knitting in a circle like you would like a doily, and very, very loosely. So you've got this loose knit or crocheted, and this is all wool here. Another thing I like to do is start off with a neutral color, because after you do your basket, you can go over to your kitchen and get a big pot and boil water, put some vinegar in and food coloring, and dye. You can dye it any color you want, and which is really fun. So here's the basket. This is buffalo wool. So here's the beginning of a basket right here. So what you do is you loosely crochet or knit it until you get up to the sides. And then there's 3 things that make this whole project work, that turn it into a bowl. And that is you need water, you need heat, and you need agitation, okay? And so what you do when you're done is you get your washing machine, you fill it with hot, hot water and a little bit of like Dawn soap, and you put that in, and then you make sure you have like a shoe or some jeans or something hard in there to wash with it. because you're going to want it to agitate and make those fibers rough up so they meld together. And after you make it go through and you felt it down with the hot water, you take it out and you can make it into any shape. You can stuff it with bags or put it around something, and voila, you're going to come out with a basket. And this one here, you can tell I dyed myself. I used a tan colored wool, and then I added some crazy stuff in there. Here's one, so you can wear it as a hat, or you can use it as a bowl. So you can pass that around. And here's another one I made. This is more of a tighter weave, and you can see I store my treasures in it.
Whoa.
And they make good bartering things to barter with people. I bartered one to a man in this town called Rod who carves little figurines, and he was thrilled. He keeps his little things in it now. So those are all the steps, and then what you want to do is you want to dry it for about 10 to 12 hours slowly, and then it goes into its shape. And so anyway, I've been doing this for about 20 years, and I just thought it was a really neat thing to teach and share somebody. And hopefully, if you guys have any questions, I also have patterns I copied that you guys can take home, that you can read if you're interested. And if you have questions, you can ask or call me. Or anyway, concluding this speech or this demonstration, I would like to say thank you for coming, and hopefully I have shared a skill with you that you can take on and do that's quite easy and will be useful in your lives, your everyday lives.